Hey YouTube, RicoKnows here. You guys know the deal. I am doing an NFL draft review where I talk about every single draft pick in the 2024 NFL draft. So I'm going alphabetical by city. So if you want to see a previous video, please go to the playlist, find the team you're looking for. We're currently on Jacksonville Jaguars. So yes, Rico, did you do the Chicago Bears? They're on the playlist. Did you do the Dallas Cowboys? They're on the playlist. Please go find the playlist. It's on YouTube. 2024 NFL Draft Review and Assessments. So I'm doing a review on the picks. We're talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can see their picks here. They had about 10 players. So there's a lot of people to talk about. We'll start at the very top. In the first round, 23rd overall, you go and get Brian Thomas. Now, some people will tell you this is a bad pick because there were other receivers on the board, all this other stuff. Those people, whoever tells you this is a bad pick, stop talking to them. Stop hanging out with them. They're bad people. They're bad influences on your life. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. I promise you, there was a point in my life when I looked around and I said, these people don't belong in my life. Everything they say is just wrong. They misinterpret things. They can't tell sarcasm. They don't know satire. They just they can't even comprehend what the fuck's going on around here. You're like, yo, how did you tie your shoes? You got a friend walk up and he's just rocking Velcro? New Balance Velcro shoes? Those are the guys telling you Brian Thomas is a bad draft pick. This is the second fastest wide receiver at the combine. This is the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. This is a man who managed to shine while Malik Nabers is on the other side of the ball. A great wide receiver. Amazing size, everything they need, right? They obviously got Gabe Davis out of Buffalo. That's not the right answer. Let me tell you, that's not the right answer. And I love Christian Kirk, but he's not built like this man right here. Brian Thomas gives you an element on the offense that you didn't have. Okay? Before you drafted Brian Thomas, you were this good. You added Brian Thomas to your team. You're now this good. You improved. Love the pick. Don't want to hear anything else about it. A+. Get rid of all them Velcro wearing dudes in your life. Next pick. Apparently, they scouted the hell out of LSU because they went and got Mason Smith next. This is a defensive tackle for LSU. Yes, he had injury problems about 2 years ago. Last year, he just didn't look as good as he did back in 2021. So a lot of NFL scouts are like off it, but that's a first-round talent. Huge man, and I believe he brings a lot to the table. I like it. Okay, I like it a lot. Next pick is Jaron Jones. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not sold on the pick. I'm not in love with it, but I think he can play in the secondary. This is a young man that played at Florida State. He's a nickel corner type deal, kind of fast. I got no beef with him. Okay, I actually appreciate him. It's all good. Javon Foster, a good addition to your offensive line. You had to go out and do it. You had to find somebody. I believe he started over 30 games. So I like the kid. He's an offensive tackle. I'm cool with that. I actually think of the first 4 picks they got guys that can contribute on your team. They got guys that can really make it. Now, 2 of them feel like, second contract kind of guys, if you will. Then we go over to Jordan Jefferson. Jordan Jefferson, another LSU player, defensive tackle. Going to be paired up with Mason Smith. Jordan Jefferson, number 1 guy at the combine in the bench press, and you see it on film. 34 reps. Homie's out there, hard to move, enormous. And I think he's just strong as hell, and people don't want to deal with him. It'll be interesting to see how he fits in the rotation, but I like it. Okay? In the 5th round, pick 153 over there, DeAndre Prince. This is the Ole Miss kid. I'm not impressed with him. Yes, he's very fast. Start to go. Like 0 to 60, real quick. Boom, gone. Right? Out the blocks fast, first 10 meters. He's a zone corner, if you will. He's a zone defensive back. He does well in space, reacts very quickly, but I don't think he does well when he's given man assignments or responsibilities. I don't think he does well in those situations, personally. I watched a lot of film on him, tried to get a feel for what I like about him, and I just couldn't find anything. I was like, I'm good. And speaking of not liking anything, Killian Robinson, little running back out of Texas. This is a kickoff returner, not a running back. Kickoff returner, yes, they're changing kickoffs in the NFL, so you had to go get one. More power to you. But this little guy, 5'8", 180, 5'8", 190, whatever he is, no one was going to draft him. He's a running back, dude. They're a dime a dozen. No one was going to draft this little guy. You could have just let him go. Last pick in the 5th round. No, don't even understand it. Could have went undrafted free agent and found somebody else, but it is what it is. Same with a couple of these other guys. Cam Little doesn't really move me. Great. Let me just say this. He's a good kicker. Right? This is, I believe, Arkansas's kicker. Never missed an extra point in college. Over 80% in field goals. But I don't believe in drafting kickers. I just don't. I think you get them after the draft. I've seen Lou Groza Award winners go after the draft. I couldn't remember, who was it? The Rams signed one 2 years ago. He didn't make the team, but you can get guys after the draft. Excuse me. And then Miles Cole. They try to tell me Miles Cole has the longest arms of anybody at the combine. Of anybody in the draft, Miles Cole has the longest arms. But you know what? I've heard so many women say, if it's big and you don't know how to use it, it's worthless. I'm like, yo, I got all the skills, though. I'm built like this. Well, if you don't know how to use it, there ain't no point in having a big-ass truck. I'm telling you right now, Miles Cole has all the metrics in the world. He's big. He's fast. He's strong. He looks like a basketball player in pads. Just a freak of nature athletically, but I don't necessarily know if I want to see him, flex his backbone and tackle somebody in the red zone. I just don't believe in it. I think he's a practice squad player at best. But all in all, I like the draft. Shout out to Jacksonville. I actually do. I think initially it looks a little boring to some people, but not to me, man. I think they got a playmaker. I think they got some beef up front. They got a rotating offensive lineman. They found some dudes in the secondary that can compete, and I believe they were trying to address the team speed in the secondary, trying to find faster defensive backs, because two of the guys they got are both speed demons. They're very fast. And then you go and get a kickoff returner very fast. So it feels like they're trying to address special teams and some of their speed. I think they like their roster. I don't blame them. They have that beautiful blonde, that amazing specimen. Oh, shout out to T-Law. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace, y'all.